The good news is that Thor Love and Thunder should be on Disney Plus relatively soon. Now, what exactly is soon? Well, depending on where you look, it's either going to be 45 or 70 days or somewhere in between there. So I think most of you by now know that Disney is willing to put out a close to $1 billion film on Disney Plus without hesitation. They did it with Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Now, before that, some of the other films took a little bit longer. Shang-Chi had the longest theatrical to Disney Plus. Eternals had the second shortest, and then Doctor Strange the first. So why exactly did the films that made less take more time? Well, they still weren't sure, right? Now they seem to be locking it down to somewhere between 45 and 60 days. Reports are saying that Thor could see a release 45 days after theatrical. Now, if you're keeping track, this would release the film about mid-August. And if you just look at it, honestly, right there alongside She-Hulk would probably be right about where you can see this film dropping. Maybe they shift it around a week before or a week after so it doesn't literally drop on the first day She-Hulk drops, because that would be cannibalizing your own audience and dropping too much, and we already saw them make that mistake with Star Wars and Marvel and the movie on the same day, so you kind of got to be careful. But realistically, I think it's safe to say that the report saying 45 days is probably spot on, unless, and this is the rare case, I want to point this out because nobody seems to be pointing it out, unless these delays in some international markets dictate that they can't because of legality between certain markets getting the film 2 to 3 weeks late that also have Disney Plus, that it rolls out to them on the same day. That'd be a problem because you don't want to breach that contract and you legally can't, which could postpone it. But realistically, I would assume international is going to be different contracts, especially for Disney not having to secure a contract independently for each location. So again, it could get a little complex. I'm willing to bet that everybody saying it's going to be close to 60 days max is probably true. But I would still say that I don't think any way that this film makes more than Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I just don't see that scenario happening. Maybe it could. I could be wrong. It could happen. But realistically, I think it's pretty safe to say 45 to 60 days is optimal, and I won't be surprised if we get the announcement in the next 2 weeks. Once it starts to, get below that, hey, we're not making more than 30 million a weekend, you're probably going to get that announcement.